Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi. Happy New Year. We're going into the new year, so I'm going to play the song Where Are We Now? And I'm coming in with my topic today. It is my slogan. You can, for 2025 is live, love, survive, thrive. That's my list. And when you see my topic, it's not misspelled according to my spelling. It's my LLST pronounced list. I will be back. Okay? All right. Enjoy my song. Where are we now? How do you know what to do when you don't know what needs to be done? That's not it. I'd love to teach the whole world music. I don't have that one uploaded to this, so I'd love to teach the whole world music by the Polk Sisters and Company. Here we go. Authored by my dear, dear friend who's gone on uh, into eternity, Mr. Robert Lee D. Horney.
I'd like to teach the whole world music. To sing a simple melody. To sing about all the joys and good times, yeah. You see, that's the way God meant for it to be. And if you don't like it, you don't have to sing. You don't have to sing my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to play. You don't have to play my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to sing. You don't have to sing my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to play my song. I'd love to sing a song for all the children. They are our future. Can you see? Take a little time out for the babies and teach them about love, hope, and prosperity. And if you don't like it, you don't have to sing my song. And if you don't like it, you don't have to play my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to sing my song. And if you don't like it, you don't have to play my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to sing my song. If you don't like it, you don't.
Dear God, as I sit before you to speak, I pray to you that my soul you will keep. And if I should die before I finish, I pray to you, dear God, in the name of Jesus, that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. Amen. My prayer, and you know that prayer it means so much to me because it was given to me from God Himself. And I am just grateful, grateful, grateful because He loves me so much that He would give me my own prayer to pray before I start into my webcast and while I'm into it. So I am just so thankful. I am still working on my subject here, and I'm not going to be able to get all of it on here on my banner here, but I will get part of it on there. And so that's what I'm doing now. I am the journey to 2025 and talking about my list. My list. There it is. The journey to 2025. Live, love, survive, thrive. And I do have, excuse me, there's my voice, have the breakdown of that. And you can, it says, you see part of it there. Thank you so much. So I have it together here. Just on these days, you get napping and going on. But I thank God He woke me up in time to come on to the webcast. I am just grateful. I'm so excited because I know that I've gotten this close. We have gotten this close to 2025. I don't know why mine. Uh, oh, I guess I do know what's going on with this. I do. I think I have it. My green screen here. Let me see if it's going to do any better here. There it is. Okay. Well, hey, my lighting is right, so I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I don't have the light directly on it enough because it's still trying to show some of my green screen. Don't know. I didn't turn the light on behind me, so I really don't know. So if you see the little green coming in there, that's part of my green screen there. So, hey, I'm just thankful for being here with you today. So if I go back there, I think I need to turn one more light on. So give me a chance to turn this light on. Here, turn this light on. That should do it. Coming, I'm still here. Just need to turn this light on. There, got that light on. So maybe that will work. Everything else is the same. Everything else is the same. Come on, folks. That's just following me. He's my shadow. He is my shadow. So here we go. I'm going to see if this is going to work. I turned the light on behind it. So I'm taking my time today. Well, it's working just a little bit. Don't understand what's going on here with this, but I'm going on. Live, love, survive, and thrive. And that's my list. And my list is spelled LLST. And this is my slogan, my phrase going into 2025 and throughout. So that's where we are. Let me see my camera. Uh-oh, I just messed with the camera. Trying to get this right here. Things are going awry here, but I am going to get into it because this is very important for each and every one of us. And I always know when I have something just really, really good to present, something starts happening. And I've been talking about this camera for the longest, so I am going to have to order another camera, I do believe. I do believe maybe I've had this one maybe 2 years. I'm not even sure. But I guess I am going to have to order another camera. So let me try to see if this is going to come in. So hold on. To get back in here for you and with you. So trying to get the camera because I made effort. So I'm not getting the camera back on, so I'm going to go ahead and as I said, Happy New Year again to you. This is December the 31st, 2024, as you well know. So I am going to go into my phrase here. Live, love, survive, thrive is a phrase that encourages embracing life fully, experiencing love deeply, overcoming challenges to survive, and ultimately reaching a state of flourishing or thriving. And when this came to me yesterday, I said, thank you, Lord. So that is my phrase 2025 and on. As long as I'm led to use this phrase, live, love, survive, thrive. All of us can use this. And as I was preparing to come on, and I was just being fed so many things, and I want to admonish everyone, whatever situation you're in, if you have a significant other, if you have family, if you have friends, acquaintances that things don't seem to be going so well with, use the rest of your time in embracing the good and to live and to love and to survive and thrive. Release yourself from the negativity that comes with living in so many ways. We are special, we are wonderful, we are resilient people, and it really, to me, doesn't make sense to live out your days in turmoil, in stressful relationships. You're living in the same house with someone and you don't speak to each other. You're fussing and cussing and belittling each other. And then, even if you don't live in the same house, you have a relationship with someone that's not going well, you're at odds with each other and you're mistreating each other. Let it cease now. Going into 2025. We're going into 2025, and if the Lord lets us live to get past midnight, we'll be into 2025. So live, love, survive, thrive. Being resilient means that we can overcome so many obstacles. When God, the scriptures tell us that we are, what is it, fearfully and wonderfully made. That is the truth. A human being, even though they know and they've named the parts of the body, they've named the bones, they've named all the ligaments, they've named the arteries, the veins, the organs, they've named all the parts of the body that they possibly can. They still don't know the mystery of man. They can name everything in us, our phalanges, our toes, everything. But yet they still don't know the hidden mystery of life. So you take, will take from this microsecond, this picosecond, this millisecond, from now to eternity. And we're going to live our life in a positive manner. We're going to do that. I'm going to even do better in my life, even though I live positively and I thrive to be happy and joyful every day and every minute. We all still have some little things that come along, yes, that will trouble us, but not to the point where we continue to be and be discouraged, be at odds with other people. You know, you just don't have to go through that. And we're not going to go through any of that. You know how you can always dismiss your self from the presence of trouble, stress, and all of that? You can do that. You can do that. So going into 2025, from now on in, we're going to use this list, and this is my list that the Lord gave me, and I'm sharing the list with you. And so, if you, I will show you the T-shirts. I'm creating T-shirts with this phrase on it. This is the phrase that God gave me. I'm reiterating. I'm going to have T-shirts. So if you like T-shirts, I will show them to you. I'm going to design them. As a matter of fact, I have my uh, materials coming in today. So I'm going to spend today creating those T-shirts. And then if you want one, you just contact me. And for a donation, God will bless you to get your shirt. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you again. Now I'm going to go into my live, love, survive, thrive. And like I said, I'm going to repeat that. It is the phrase that encourages embracing life fully, experiencing love deeply, overcoming challenges to survive, and ultimately reaching a state of flourishing or thriving. I'm going to break it down for you. And this is AI here in it's Google. This is Google. It's amazing. And I've told you before that whenever the Lord gives me a topic, He always provides what I need for it. Live, we're breaking it down. Actively engage with life and experience it to the fullest. You hear me? Live. Actively engage with life and experience it to the fullest. Yes. Love. Foster meaningful connections and express love openly. Some people love a person and they won't tell a person that they love them. Don't waste any more time holding back. And you know, I say, I love you and I love everybody. I really do. Not to say that I can, be around everybody in peace. Or someone always wants to be at odds with you. But I do love everybody and I don't have any problem telling you that I love you because I do. And then, even if you're in a romantic relationship, you should tell that person you love them more. Okay? Tell them more. I love you. We don't know when our time is up in this world. So live it to the fullest. Live, love, survive, thrive. That's my list. LLST. Okay? Those are the acronyms. List. Live. Actively engage with life and experience it to the fullest. Love. Foster meaningful connections and express love openly. Survive. Persist through difficulties and challenges, thrive, not just existing, but actively growing, achieving goals, and finding fulfillment in life. That's what I'm talking about. Finding fulfillment in life. And I know that everything is working here, so I go back here because this is very important. Now, the key points here, the key points: progression. The phrase suggests a journey from simply living to actively thriving, where overcoming challenges is a necessary step towards reaching a higher level of well being. Yes. Then the positive mindset. It emphasizes a proactive approach to life, choosing to embrace love and actively work towards a fulfilling existence. Resilience, survive, highlights the importance of overcoming adversity and adapting to challenging situations. You hear that? Adapting to challenging situations. From survive to thrive, live a holy, healed, healthy, happy life. Okay. Live, love, thrive, inspiring women's empowerment. And this is, let me see, I want to do this one. I don't like to go into that choral because it sometimes doesn't give me what I want. So, and look here, there is a book, Live, Love, Thrive is the name of this book. It's a women's book, and that's on Amazon. Okay, let me get back to where I was because I want to go even deeper into that. Live, love, sur- uh, survive, and thrive. But you'll have this video that you can always go back and watch and listen to. Okay, and so you don't have to watch it. You can just listen to it because my camera is not letting me be seen today in live uh, video. But I am live, okay? I am live, thank God. Thrive, not just survive. Let's see what this is going to. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Here in Goodreads, Thrive or Survive. Tips on choosing the life you love to live. This is in Goodreads. Okay? Let me see if I can get the body of this. Let's see. Okay. I'm taking my time. I'm not going to rush into another year. I'm going to take my time. And I enjoy my life anyway. Take my time anyway. And I want you to slow down too and enjoy your life. And I'm just going to read a portion of this. This is Goodreads that you can get if you have your Kindle or what is it, your iPad or whatever. I know my sister Maritha, she loves her Kindle. I guess she still uses a Kindle. It's not luck. Nicole McLaren Campbell issues a powerful call to thrive. I'm just going to talk about her book, okay? By building our best lives one choice at a time. Recognized by Teen People magazine as one of the 20 teens who will change the world in 2000 to 2018 and 2018 recipient of the Governor General's Award for Excellence in Achievement and Leadership in Jamaica. Mom, wife, entrepreneur, and self proclaimed winner, Nicole McLaren Campbell, is regarded as one of the most influential voices on empowerment and education. In Thrive and Survive, Nicole shares how she maintains a thriving marriage, mothers her young children, continues to grow multiple businesses, and engage in public service while putting herself first. And I just talked about how is it prioritizing yourself while you prioritize others. And it's not wrong to consider yourself first. Okay? So she describes how she chooses herself, her relationships, and her purpose while challenging you to do the same by asking yourself the right questions when digging deep for your own answers. She helps you to consider with full clarity what it means for you to thrive, then helps you brainstorm what choices you need to make to live that life. And in this book, part workbook, you build your strategy. See, you can get that. And hopefully it's still on the market, okay? You build your strategies for living your best life and guided exercises supported by Nicole's own tools and tips, driven by her belief that you were created to do more than merely survive. And that's, I'm telling you, live, love, survive, thrive. That's my list. That's my phrase going into 2025. Thank you, Lord. Nicole pushes you to face the reality that your life is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. And to thrive, you must choose to do so. I'm telling you, you must choose to do so. And this came out in December 4th, 2018. Okay, you must, so my phrase, live, love, survive, and thrive. So let's go here and talk about some more of it. Live, love, survive, and thrive. Okay? You have to survive in order to thrive. If you don't survive, you certainly cannot thrive. Can't do it. And so it all makes sense and it all comes together. And there's so much here about the live, love, survive. And I'm going to psychology today. Okay, give me a few seconds, please. Do you want to say hello to our people? I wasn't planning on it. Oh, that's the phone. My favorite son came in, everybody. Surprises his mom on the last day of the year. What do you say? Tell everybody hello, my friend.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
Wow, surprise, surprise, surprise. See, look at this. Surviving versus thriving. Psychology today. Oh, pull this stuff. Attitude. Oh, okay. All right. And this is by Anna Agbari, PhD. All right. Start up your life. Surviving versus thriving. Setting an intention for the new decade. Look at there. See there? What is this? 2025 coming in? Okay. And she posted this on December 16, 2019, and it's reviewed by Kaja Perina. Okay, and I'm going to do her part here. All right, make your life a permanent super bloom. So we're talking about, what are we talking about? My list. And remember, it's not misspelled, not according to me. LLST. Live, love, survive, thrive. That's my phrase. Don't forget it. Don't forget you can get your t-shirts. I will design them today and I'll show one sample to you, maybe two. But hopefully my favorite daughter is going to, I've already mentioned it to her. And since my son is here, he might have ideas on a t-shirt too. Okay. As we hurl ourselves into not only a new year, but a new decade, there are many resolutions to contemplate, from a health upgrade to fostering mindful connection with others and ourselves to asking, and they have the capital. I'm going to say this has to do with wrestling, but anyway, it's WTF am I doing with my life? Okay, so we'll say, well, to wait for the new year. All right. But I'd like to take a step back from all of those worthy goals and think about a bigger question. Are you thriving or merely surviving? So, what are you doing? Are you thriving or merely surviving? And remember, what did I say in the beginning? If you're in a relationship, whatever relationship it is, especially if you're with your significant other, and there are some people that live together and don't talk with each other, they don't acknowledge each other. We're not doing that after today, okay? So, as I heard someone say, suck it up, and we're going to do better. We're right on the threshold of 2025. So, we're not going to go into that wasting our lives anymore, okay? So, this is something that the author has thought about regularly, she said this year, and it's an intention that I want. Now, this is the author talking through me, okay? To be front and center as I start this new era. We're going into a new era. Did you ever believe that you would get into 2025? Well, we're almost there, so God willing, we'll get there. So, what's the difference between surviving and thriving? I am so excited. Both of my babies are here. Ooh. Anyway, surviving is a grim struggle. You're white knuckling life, just barely getting by. And some people are barely getting by in life, and it's so sad, so sad. Thriving is living and thinking abundantly, and you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a money problem, because there are people who are filthy rich, as we say, and they are barely getting by mentally, emotionally, all kinds of problems all over the place. So it's not just talking about being poor, like financially, but you could be poor mentally, even physically. There are some people that don't have the health and strength that they would like to have. So, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whatever state of mind you're in, be thankful, okay? Because from now on, you're going to live, love, survive, and thrive. Okay? So thriving is living and thinking abundantly. Here we go. I told you these when he gives me these topics, he gives me exactly what I need to give to you. Surviving is a drag, a daily slog to stay alive. Thriving is joyful and infectious. So, what keeps us from thriving? So, here she goes. She said, one day my favorite musicals, Once on This Island, features an exhilarating song called Waiting for Life, in which the main character, and she says it's Ty Moon, sings about waiting for life to begin. Wow. So they have that song here on YouTube. So when you come to this site in Psychology Today, then you can go there and listen to it on YouTube. And what some of the words are, oh gods, are you there? What can I do to get you to look down and give in? Oh gods, hear my prayer. I'm here in the fields with my feet on the ground and my fate in the air, waiting for life to begin. How often is that us? And I think sometimes that's us daily. We're here on the ground, waiting for life to begin. And here we are in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and still talking about, I'm waiting for my life to begin. Not anymore after today, okay? So, how often is that us in survival mode, waiting for real life to begin? And she says, she's the first one. She said, I'm guilty. And I think all of us can say, I'm guilty. I have been guilty at one, two, three, four, five, six times or another. So this has been the most challenging year of my life, she says. Most of the time, survival has been the name of the game. Long term, that's a soul sucking, unfulfilling way to operate. Now, this is what she's saying, and I'm just telling you what she said. Okay, whatever your circumstances, we all encounter moments that some last longer than we care to admit, and some of us are permanently stuck there. It can feel like we're drowning. Have you ever felt like you're drowning and you don't even know what drowning feels like? Yeah. In relationship woes, money issues, health crisis, a job slump, sometimes overcome by multiple forces simultaneously. And have you heard that phrase said, if, let me see, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all? Some people feel like that. Some people feel like that. But after today, you're not going to feel like that anymore because you're going to live, you're going to love, you're going to survive. And after that, you're going to thrive. I need some tissue. Where is it? Oh. At times like these, simply surviving can seem like a win. And that's for real. Have you ever been to a point where you felt, now you know there is a ways to go and that you can possibly get there, but have you ever been so distraught that it seems like you couldn't make it another inch? That could be physically or mentally. Have you ever been there? I think everybody can probably say, so that's what that was. Okay. But she said, if I've learned anything this year, is this: surviving is not a life I want for myself or those I love. And remember, weeks ago, I talked about thriving. So we're not just going to survive, we're going to thrive. And that's what we're doing. Surviving is not a life I want for myself or those I love. And like that man said on, what is it, NCIS? I concur. So let's be clear. Transitioning, I can't help it. I love it. Let's be clear. Transitioning from surviving to thriving is a far more challenging resolution than, say, joining a gym or taking a moment to meditate. Particularly in times of darkness and difficulty, we must dig deep to channel abundance, or at least the promise of abundance, and rewire our brains, okay? And I guarantee, I bet the gyms all over the world are happy when the first day of the new year comes, because I bet they get so many payments and so many new gym memberships because they know half of them not going to hold up, but they do have that money at the beginning of the year, okay? So it often seems impossible, too hard. We might feel ill equipped, alone, and afraid. And I know sometimes we feel afraid. We don't feel like or we ourselves as a human being are sufficient enough for whatever we need to do. I'm not good at this. I don't think I can do this. But let me tell you, you can do what you put your mind to, okay? You can do it. Like that man on what is that? Waterboy? Was that it? So you can do it. You can do it. And yet the alternative, merely surviving, is depressing as, and she got this HE double hockey stick on her. But sometimes it's not until we're pushed to the brink that we can truly appreciate the difference. Sometimes we have to be pushed to the brink. We have to be pushed till it seems like we're on the edge and all we can do is fall over or jump. But listen, she said, I've tasted a life of survival and it's not for me. She said, I refuse to accept that as enough. I hope you will too. And so she's going to tell us how. Simply committing to thriving and leaving behind survival mode is the first and most difficult step. Survival is too often our default. There's comfort in its familiar discomfort, but thriving is not only circumstantial. She said, which, when my life really begins, I'll thrive. She said, it's a choice. You hear that? It's not circumstantial, it's a choice. And do you choose to survive? I chose it a long time ago. And whatever it takes for me to survive or took to get to where I am, I did it. Okay? Now, I'm not saying I went out and did a whole lot of other stuff that some people say it might not be so good, but whatever it took that was not harmful to me or anyone else to survive, I did it. Okay? So there is treasure in adversity. There is hope hidden in despair. There is flourishing on the horizon. It just may not look the way we imagined. And that's so true. We're looking for something to look one way and it's totally different from what we're looking for. But if we continue the journey and continue on the path that we're supposed to go and we look into what we don't think is what we need, then we will find what we need at that very time. I guarantee, okay, as Justin Wilson would say when he was here. So once you reprogram your brain, it's time to clean up the debris left behind. And sometimes we leave debris, man, it's scattered all over the place. That's why some of us can't completely thrive because we've got all this debris that we haven't cleaned up. But today, it's going to be a different story. We're cleaning it up, okay? Before we go into 2025. So I'll do that again. Once you reprogram your brain, it's time to clean up the debris left behind, all the survival mode wreckage, bad relationships, unhealthy habits, a life devoid of intention and purpose. And one year I said that I'm going to take all of that old junk, like this is 2024, so all the junk that I might have, I'm going to put it in the trunk of the car in Michael's truck. This is emotionally, okay? This is a mental thing. This I'm talking, but you can imagine putting it in a truck or in the trunk of the car and put all that in there. And I'm going to take it to we call it the dumping ground, but some people call it the landfill. Dump all that stuff out and leave it there. Okay? And I'm not going to be stirring in other people's trash. You know, some people go to the dumping ground and they have their stick or their rake or something. They be going through trying to find out find something good out of all the stuff that people have dumped out. Okay? And sometimes they do find good, but we're not going to do that. We're leaving all that old stuff in the dumping ground. Okay? Coming back empty. All right. So let's go on. In other words, shifting from surviving to thriving is a process of rewiring and remodeling the inner and outer landscape of your life. It's like an overall haul, got to rebuild it. Unfortunately, merely wishing it would happen, or worse, complaining, won't get you there. It takes deliberate, consistent action. Consider your mantras. Identify what isn't serving you and clear the path. Are you guilty, like I have been, of holding on to something that you know means you no good, that you can't use? And I talked about this I think it was last week when we were talking about, I was doing that piece, and it was gave statistics on how many people have rooms in their home that are filled with stuff that needs to be thrown away. It's just like it's a occupied room. And can you relate to that? And it gave statistics on people carrying, what do you call it? Uh, what is it? Well, it's in your cluttering up. And we need to declutter our lives. Declutter, okay? So simple. And yet she said freaking hard, okay? Fortunately, perfection is not required to reap the rewards. It's not. We don't have to be perfect to reap the rewards. So consider all your mantras, identify what isn't serving you, and clear the path. So we've got a lot of work to do, don't we? Yes. Okay. You hear my daughter over there. I have so much fun. I love my children. So since every challenge is better with an anthem to animate and motivate us, here's one for you, for me, for all of us. Whenever we question how we can possibly shift from surviving to thriving, she said, I'm perpetually amazed at the unforeseen turn even the most dire situation can take. Turn. Okay, let me go back and read that. Okay, again. She said, I'm perpetually amazed at the unforeseen turn even the most dire situation can take. The clarity that emerges, the wisdom and joy gifted. So when in doubt, remember, Mama will provide, once again, courtesy of Once on This Island. If this song doesn't make you feel alive, nothing will. So she has that song on here too. Walk with me, little girl. Don't you be afraid. Follow me, little girl. Let me be your guide. Oh, a pretty thing like you will need a thing or two, and whatever you need, Mama will provide. How about that? Down the road, little girl, you may lose your way, all alone in a world that may seem too wide. But sit on Mama's lap, and I will draw a map, and whatever you need, Mama will provide. How about that? Bugs will bite, little girl, and the night will fall. All alone in the dark, you'll get terrified, but you will make it through. 'Cause I am liking you, and whatever you need, Mama will provide. Walk with me, little girl, and I'll take you far. Round each bend, little friend, I'll be by your side. That's what a mama's worth, to give her child the earth. And whatever you need, mama will provide. So she said, the writer is saying, here's to a new decade of limitless thriving. And so we'll say like the decade 2025 to 2035, okay, if we want to call it that. And remember, mama's got you. All right. So this, I am not going to, as some people say, belabor the time. I'm not going to prolong the time. I think I've done, well, I know I've done what I need to do on today's point of view. The last webcast for 2025 for Point of View with Miss Shirley Polk. And I pray and trust that you will have an awesomely wonderful new year. And always remember that God loves you. He wants the best for you. And remember my list, my LLST: live, love, survive, and thrive. I love you so much, and I'm waving at you, even though my camera's not working. Okay, I love you so much. Enjoy the remainder of this year, and happy New Year, happy 2025. Okay. Happy birthday. My daughter said that, son. What's good, people? He Happy said, New Year. All right, I love you all.